Well, all right, we are back in the laboratory, NBA 2K16 style. I am Rich Grisham, and we are here with my good friend, the man who knows everything going on underneath the hood of NBA 2K16, Czar. Czar, how you doing tonight, sir?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, Rich. Don't oversell, Rich. I don't know everything. Just a few things, Rich.
You see, you should just let that go and pretend like you do know everything, because that's what people will think, right? All right, well, we are here tonight to learn about the fundamentals of passing. Czar has been good enough to take us through the pick and roll, and that was really good. And then last week we did some good low post stuff. So I'm already like 1,000% better at NBA 2K16. And now Czar's going to show us some cool stuff about passing. And you might be like, passing? Come on. I mean, who doesn't know how to pass? Well, everybody knows how to pass pressing the X button. But there's a whole bunch of cool passing stuff going on in this game, Czar. So why don't you take us through it?
All right, thanks, Rich. Yeah, I'm hoping that we can get our crowd tonight to learn a little bit more about passing. I think the more you know, the more dangerous you are out here on the basketball floor. So the first thing I want to talk about is our passing indicator, and this is influenced by the left stick. If you're looking on your screen right now, under Hassan Whiteside, number 21, you'll see a small white circle underneath his feet. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that circle is letting you know that if I press the X button to pass right now, that's who the pass would go to.
Got it.
Okay, and that's going to be influenced by your left stick. So if I change my left stick direction, here you see now it's the guy in the corner there. I believe that's Luau Ding.
Yep.
All right, so we're communicating the passing system to you through the white circle there.
Love it.
All right, and so everybody knows, as you mentioned in the intro, that passing is done with the X button. So if I press the X, the AI is going to pick the best pass for us, and that's how most people pass the ball. The first thing I want to talk about, Rich, is the bounce pass. And to bounce pass, we're going to use the circle button.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just going to throw a circle bounce pass here.
Ooh. Cross-court bounce pass. Interesting.
Yeah, you can see there's a little pepper on some of those bounce passes there.
Yeah.
And so, Rich, I'm going to give you the ball. I just want you to work on your bounce pass. Just a single tap of that circle button.
All right.
And then we'll talk about some of the best uses for the bounce pass. But for right now, let's just toss a few around.
All right.
All right. Now, I'm not going to take it personal how you mistreated me in the post last time, Rich.
Oh, Wade double teamed and he misses. All right, let's get it out to my point guard, Jack. Take it up the floor here. All right. So yeah, as you said, I'm moving my left stick around. I get in the corner. Got a bounce pass over to Ellington. He's going to bounce pass it right back to him. Get it to the big man down low, Brook Lopez. Nice little bounce pass.
Rich, you're looking good, babe. You're looking fantastic here.
And I'm just hitting that circle button. I like that. So, when is a good time to use a bounce pass specifically, do you think?
Well, right now, right there for your post-entry passes, if I can go into instant replay here, if you don't mind, sir.
Not at all.
All right. Now, of course, if you press the X, there's a good chance that the AI will choose a bounce pass. But against an aggressive on-ball defender, bounce passes are great because usually you'll get that wraparound bounce pass where he will extend his arm around the defender here and just get the ball out to the outside of the postman there.
Very cool.
So, yeah, and then another great time for bounce passes, Rich, are in transition on 2-on-1 fast break opportunities. You got a guy open, fire that bounce pass through there. And also the bounce passes feel fantastic, especially on the fast breaks leading to dunks.
Yeah, you're right about that. Good point.
Go ahead and, not tonight. Not tonight, rookie.
I had that one coming to me, no doubt about
Yes, you did. Now, one other thing about the bounce pass, and let's see what we got here. Won't get too fancy here, but if you have a player coming off of a screen, Rich, bounce passes are fantastic to kind of hit him in stride.
Okay.
We allow you to throw that pass just a little bit early. Once again, you foiled me there. But here,
Nice pass.
all right. So again, catch a guy coming off of a screen.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get a great example of that there, but in your pick and rolls there,
Yeah, that was
so
nice. Beautifully done.
fire one through there.
I
So
like it.
that's the bounce pass, Rich. Now I
like
want to
it.
talk to you about the lob pass, if you don't mind, sir.
Not at all.
All right, lob pass is tapping the triangle button, and everything else we talked about remains true.
That was a lob pass right there to Lopez off the pick and roll, which was a different look.
Yeah, and that's that's a perfect time to use that lob pass. If the defender is in between you and your passing target, you want to use that lob pass. And anytime, Rich, I'm in practice mode, it's not about making the right pass at the right time in practice. It's really just about getting used to using these new buttons.
Right.
So
right.
I'll just go have situations where I come down in scrimmage and every pass will be a lob pass.
Okay.
Because if you've been playing this game and you only use the X button,
Yeah.
under pressure, you're always going to use the X button.
Right. That's a good point. You got to practice it. If you're going to do it, you got to get on the court and practice it by forcing yourself to do it every time.
Yeah, did you see that? Again, this time I used the pick and roll.
Yeah.
And this is, if you don't mind, I love instant replay, Rich.
Yeah, man.
So here we get the pick and roll, and the two defenders are between me and the guy I want to pass to. So I could use a bounce pass. That's a little risky, so I went with the lob pass here, right over the top, and Chris Bosh is wide open.
Yeah. I mean, you know he'll take that long jumper. I mean, he loves
Yes,
that
he
shot.
will.
Good stuff.
All right, so yeah, just work the lob pass here. Rich, get used to it a little bit if you don't mind.
Not at all. Now, that was a lob pass right to the wrong guy, but that'll happen sometimes. Oh, okay, now you're just getting crazy on me. That, sir, was not a lob pass. That was a beautiful alley-oop.
That was the alley-oop pass, Rich, and, you know, we made it easy with the controls. If a triangle press is the lob pass,
Yeah.
double tapping that triangle will get you the alley-oop.
Is there a better feeling in video games than successfully converting an alley-oop? I don't think so.
Absolutely not, Rich. Like, I gave it the old fist pump right there. You didn't even see it. And of course, this is the best time. I talked about being on a fast break, right? And using the bounce pass. But right here, there's a defender between me and my teammate.
Right.
Give him the alley-oop pass, and he will get up and finish.
Man, that's beautiful. Love that.
We didn't even script that out, Rich.
No.
That's
No,
how
didn't.
good we are.
That's how good you are. Let's be clear. All right. So do a bounce pass, lob pass, and now let me see if I can't get Lopez up there. Oh, I missed
there you
it,
go.
but I
Nice
executed
attempt.
it though.
Nice attempt. And what you saw there, Rich, is if your guy has a lane, even a sliver of a lane, and you go for the alley-oop, he'll try to complete that.
Right.
So the best time to use that, Rich, let's say you used Jared Jack, and following my diagram here, you were able to penetrate into the lane right here.
Right.
Once you draw the defense, a double tap of that Y would be perfect. That would open up the lane, and Lopez would be able to take that lane to the rim for an alley-oop opportunity.
Wow. I love that. That sounds great. You know, it's one thing.
Fast break. And here's the thing. There are bad times to use a bounce pass.
Okay.
And this is one. There's just too much traffic in there. If I was going to do anything, that would have been a great time for a lob pass there.
Wow. Yeah. How about that?
You see that? And you know what, Rich? Don't be afraid to use instant replay, especially if you're playing offline. It gives you a chance to look at what happened in slow motion and say, oh, man, you know what? I could have made a better decision there.
Right. You are right about that. Interesting stuff. All right, now I'm going to alley-oop.
Yes!
Oh, okay.
Rich.
Now, if I have lob past it, that probably would have been successful, though, don't you think?
Absolutely. But you went for the extra flair, Rich.
Yeah, you know.
I tried to warn you. I'm not having it this week, Richard. Rich, I got one more pass for you.
Let's see it.
This is the fancy pass, Rich. A single tap of the circle button is our bounce pass, correct?
Yes.
So now I'm going to try to create a lane here. Oh, Rich is not having it. Lane. And a double tap of the circle will give me a fancy pass. And the better lane you create, the better pass you're going to see. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
I like that. And he converts. Microwave.
Oh, yes.
Vinnie Johnson right there.
I'm not bad when the lights come on, Rich. But here's we can see again. If you can create a drive and kick scenario, that's the best time to use the fancy pass here. You see me with the drive. Nice little fancy pass. Another thing about those fancy passes is they're kind of quick. Okay. And so if you do one at the right time, it just feels good. It feels almost as good as the alley-oops there, Rich.
Almost.
Close, but not really.
Right.
Oh, yes. I saw that fancy pass, Rich.
And then I did it again. And it's funny, just like you mentioned last week with the pick and roll, right? Like you want to, or not with pick and roll, with the, in the low post moves, right? You want to know your personnel, right? You want to do a fancy pass with a guy who's a good passer, right? Like Jared Jack, for example. He's probably pretty good, as opposed to a guy like, Brooks Lopez, who's, good at certain things, but not good at other things.
Hey, Rich, I'm so glad you brought that up. That's why we're an awesome tandem here, Rich. Ratings do matter. And so if you're trying fancy passes with a guy with a very low passing rating, you're going to get lots of turnovers. You're just not going to be as successful. So save the fancy passes for your best passing players, and good things will happen.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Pretty good with the lights on, Rich. Pretty good with the lights on.
That is fantastic. Well, all right, Czar, you are the man. So tonight we got a great course in passing. The circle underneath the player tells you where it is. The double tap of the circle gets you the fancy pass. The single tap of the circle gets you the bounce pass. And then you've got your alley-oop with the double tap of the triangle and your lob pass with the triangle. That is some quality stuff right there from Nino Czar Samuel. Thank you, sir, very much. And let me just see if I can't get Johnson a nice little open look. Nope, can't do it. You are on point tonight, sir. Thank you very much for coming on. This has been great. And really? That's how we end
it? Rich, thank you so much for having me. People, please don't mind the score down there. We do not play for the score. We are here in a scrimmage to teach the game, Rich. That's all we're here for tonight.
I'm going to pick up my ball and go home now.
It's all in good fun, Rich. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, and thank you, everybody, for watching.